We have some big breaking news coming in. Actor Nagarjuna has filed a case against Telangana Minister for the comments she's made. Defamation case has been filed against the Congress's Konda Surekha minister. Surekha claims KTR is behind Samantha and Chaitanya's divorce, and she goes on to make some really awful, distasteful comments, saying that many actors, actresses, particularly in the Telugu film industry, quit the industry because of KTR. Many of them got married early because of KTR. Many of them were blackmailed by KTR. And even the divorce of Naga Chaitanya and Samantha happened because of KTR. Now, to that extent that she spoke, bringing in the names of several Tollywood stars, embarrassing them, their personal life that she's brought to political discourse. Surekha later apologizes for the statement, but Nagarjuna actor has now decided to file a legal suit. In fact, he's asked for unconditional apology from Konda Surekha, and yet at the same time has taken this forward legally. Abdul Bashir, our correspondent in Hyderabad, Telangana, joining us live for more on that. Bashir, we're looking at Nagarjuna filing a case against the Telangana minister. This has now taken a legal turn. What happened? It's escalated to this point with an apology not sufficing. We're looking at the Tollywood star now taking this up legally.
Well, this is not the first time that Nagarjuna and family is under fire by the Telangana government. It was earlier when the N convention belonging to Nagarjuna was demolished by the Telangana government, stating it was illegal and was built on the FTL of a particular pond, and the demolition took place some weeks ago, when Nagarjuna had given a clarity about this particular convention, that it was not illegal, and the case was pending in court, and the government had taken due steps without considering the court's the matter in court, and had taken action against it. Now what we see is that after Konda Surekha's comments that had come up yesterday, where she had stated that KTR was responsible during his regime, the BRS regime, where the phone tapping had taken place, and also to not demolish this N convention, KTR had asked Nagarjuna to send Samantha to him, is what Konda Surekha had stated. But after there was a huge backlash from the political leaders to all the Tollywood celebrities, Konda Surekha had to take back her statement. She had retracted unconditionally, but this seems to be not helping her in this particular trouble. But she lands into another trouble where Nagarjuna had filed a suit at the Nampally court, where he has asked the court, he had prayed the court to take cognizance of this particular statement that the minister Konda Surekha had given, and prosecute her under the 356 of the BNS Act, that is under defamation, is what Nagarjuna had sought from the Honorable Court. That the suit was filed today, where the court is yet to proceed further on this particular case.
Thanks very much, Abdul Bashir. But stay with us. We know that there are more film stars who are coming out whose names were taken, like for example Rakul Preet. Let me take you through this breaking. Actor Rakul Preet has hit out at the Telangana Minister Konda Surekha as well. Minister had also named Rakul Preet in her statement, where she had made some sexist comments and remarks against Samantha Prabhu. She also mentioned Rakul Preet, to which Rakul Preet has now responded. She says on the X platform, and I quote, "Telugu film industry is known worldwide for its creativity and professionalism. I've had a great journey in this beautiful industry and still very much connected. It pains to hear such baseless and vicious rumors being spread about women of this fraternity. What's more disheartening is the fact that this is being done by another woman who's supposedly in a very responsible position. For the sake of dignity, we choose to remain silent, but it is misconstrued as our weakness. I'm absolutely apolitical and have nothing to do with any person, political party whatsoever. I urge to stop using my name in malicious way to gain political mileage. Artists and creative personalities should be kept out of political slugfest, and their names should not be used to grab headlines by linking them with fictitious stories of such nature." Rakul Preet there in a whole long statement that she's put on her social media platform, urging the minister under Revanth Reddy in Telangana not to use personal lives of film stars for their political mileage. A clear snub there. Abdul Bashir also joining us for more on this. Abdul, we hear Rakul Preet's name was also mentioned by Konda Surekha, the Telangana minister, who claims even Rakul Preet was one of those actors who moved out of the Telugu film industry because of KTR. We know what she means. There is a total sexist undertone to this. Why don't you elaborate on what she said with regards to Rakul Preet and Rakul's response?
Well, in continuation to the former couple Naga Chaitanya and Samantha's claim, Telangana Cabinet Minister Konda Surekha went on to say that several actresses, 2 or 3 of them from Tollywood, had married sooner only because of the drug cases that were being filed against them, is what she claimed. Here, Konda Surekha, pointing out at KTR, said that KTR was charging them of drugs cases, and that is the reason Rakul Preet Singh and other 2 or 3 actresses in Tollywood have married sooner, and that is the kind of behavior that KTR had towards the actresses, is what she meant. Now, after that statement, Rakul Preet had given her statement. She's reacted very high on the Telangana minister, asking stating that her name cannot be used for political mileage, and she has also mentioned that these statements that the minister had given are truly baseless and vicious rumors that are being spread, is what she had to say. So here what we see is that firstly all the Tollywood come together, including Mahesh Babu, Junior NTR, Allu Arjun, Chiranjeevi, Nagarjuna filing a defamation suit, other top Tollywood actors coming high on the Telangana Cabinet Minister. We also see Rakul Preet Singh reacting to her claim.
Right. Abdul Bashir, thank you very much for joining us. Very refreshing to see the entire film industry of Tollywood coming together, rallying behind the stars that have been spoken about, particularly Samantha. You see Tollywood now rallying against the minister in question, Konda Surekha, urging the Revanth Reddy government to sack her for the comments she's made. Now, after facing intense backlash, the Telangana Minister Konda Surekha has issued an apology but still remains defiant. Responding to the uproar, she first claimed that she didn't demean Samantha or didn't mean to make such statements, but later went on to clarify that it was only aimed at KTR's narrow-mindedness towards women. Basically, the target was KTR. I shouldn't have taken names of Samantha, Chaitanya and the others, but I stick with my statement on what I've said against KTR. This was her way of apologizing. Let's listen in.
3 years after Naga Chaitanya and Samantha Prabhu's divorce, Konda Surekha, a minister in the Revanth Reddy-led Congress government in Telangana, has made a sensational claim about their separation. Surekha alleged that son of former Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao and BRS Working President K.T. Rama Rao were responsible for Samantha and Naga Chaitanya's divorce.
చైతన్య డైవర్స్ 100% కేటీఆర్ చేయబట్టే అయింది. ఎందుకంటే కన్వెన్షన్ హాల్ని కూలగొట్టద్దు అని అంటే సమంతను నా దగ్గరికి పంపాలి అని చెప్పి ఆయన డిమాండ్ చేశాడు. సమంత గారిని వెళ్ళమని చెప్పి నాగార్జున వాళ్ళు ఫోర్స్ చేశారు. సమంత నేను వెళ్ళను అనింది. వెళ్ళను అంటే వాళ్ళు చెప్తే వింటే విను, లేకపోతే వెళ్ళిపోండి, డైవర్స్ ఇచ్చారు.
In a viral video, she also accused KTR of interfering in celebrities' personal lives and being involved in drug-related scandals.
అదే విధంగా 2-3 హీరోయిన్లు పెళ్లిళ్ళు కూడా చేసేసుకున్నారు. ఎందుకు అన్నట్టు ఈ డ్రగ్స్ కేసు రాగానే ఈరోజు మీకు తెలుసు రకుల్ ప్రీత్ సింగ్ ఆల్రెడీ బయట ఆమె పెళ్లి చేసేసుకుందా. ఇంకొకరు 2 హీరోయిన్స్ కూడా గబగబా పెళ్లిళ్ళు చేసేసుకున్నారు. ఈ తలకాయ నొప్పి మాకేంద్ర బాబు, మేము ఇందులో ఇరుక్కుంటాము. ఆ రోజు ఆయన అధికారం ఉండి ఈ విధంగా వాళ్ళ ఫోన్లు ట్యాప్ చేసి వాళ్ళు ఎవరితోటన్నా సీక్రెట్ గా మాట్లాడుకున్న వాటిని రికార్డ్స్ తీసుకొని ఆ రికార్డ్స్ వాళ్ళకి వినిపించి బెదిరించి.
Tollywood has lashed out at Congress leader, calling the remarks a vicious assault on actor's life for political gains.
What kind of an apology is that? What kind of an apology is that? It's almost like saying, okay, मैं अभी माफी मांग लूंगी because otherwise you guys are going to sack me or something. I don't know about that. We are also angry. I speak for the industry here. Everybody is shocked and disgusted and also puzzled why the Congress Telangana government is doing nothing about this.
Samantha condemned Minister Surekha's remarks, emphasizing that her divorce was a mutual decision without any political influence. Naga Chaitanya criticized the use of personal matters for publicity. His father, actor Nagarjuna, also took strong objection to the minister's remarks and termed the comments as completely irrelevant and false. He urged the minister to respect people's privacy. The BRS is demanding action against Konda Surekha by the Congress.
They were not only brazen, but also absolutely defamatory, derogatory, uncalled for, and I think if at all, Rahul Gandhi ji or Mallikarjun Kharge ji, if they truly believe in any kind of humanity and decency in politics, I think the very next moment she should be sacked from the position of being a minister from Telangana government.
After facing intense backlash, Konda Surekha issued an apology but remained defiant, insisting she did not demean Samantha and made no false claims.
वो बातों में नाम लेने में मैं कुछ गलत की है वो लेने नहीं था.
In another statement, she claimed that her remarks were aimed at a leader's narrow outlook on women. KTR labelled Surekha's accusations as baseless and demanded an apology, threatening a defamation suit if she failed to retract her statements. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, listen in to what Samantha Ruth Prabhu had spoken on the India Today Conclave platform. Well, speaking about trolls, online attacks, here's what she said elaborately, speaking of how she evades it and tolerates it, deals with it. Listen in.
My journey as an actor, as a human being, I've evolved so much from being in this business. Early on in my career, I would wake up anxious and immediately go to social media. Who's saying something bad about me? Who's written a nasty article about me? It just occupied so much space in my mind. But now I feel that the more people accuse me of things, I have started to almost question every action of mine, every thought of mine. They have actually forced me to become the person that I can be proud of. And if I'm proud of myself, it's okay if you think something that's not true, I think.
Not many actresses come out and speak about that, their personal life, what they've gone through. And even then, very often it was the woman to blame. The actress who did this and that led to all sorts of personal life choices and decisions.
It is tough, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And I've always believed that, yes, there's a mountain to climb. I will climb that mountain. I will reach the top, and I will reach the top knowing that there's another mountain to climb, and this is how I function. Greater the pain, greater the effort, greater the reward, and I'm ready for it.
All right, now we're shifting our focus to the Isha Foundation controversy. It seems like there's big relief now that's come in the way of Sadhguru-run Isha Foundation in Coimbatore, as the Supreme Court now has taken up this case. The Supreme Court has given restrictions and paused any kind of coercive action by the Tamil Nadu police against the Isha Foundation unless the Supreme Court orders for one. We understand this controversy sprung around a plea that was filed in the Madras High Court by a father claiming that two of his daughters were kept in confinement, were kept as hostages at the Isha Foundation, were forced to turn into monks. These are the allegations leveled against the people at Isha. Of course, with Isha Foundation refuting those charges, they've now knocked doors at the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has also established contact with these two girls, and we believe the two girls again have confirmed that they are staying at the Isha Foundation out of their own will. Taking you through this news, have a look. In what comes as big relief to Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev, Supreme Court has now paused all police action against Isha Foundation in Coimbatore. The move follows Madras High Court's earlier order allowing police action against the foundation after hearing a plea filed by S. Kamaraj, a retired professor with Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, who accused Isha Foundation of forcefully confining his two daughters aged 42 and 39. Kamaraj's plea claims his daughters were brainwashed, forcefully converted into monks, prevented from maintaining contact with family and kept hostage at Isha Foundation for years. The Chief Justice of India, though, has established contact and communicated with the two sisters online, who reiterated they are living at Isha Foundation of their own free will, also participated in a recently held 10-kilometer marathon. In a 5-year-old video posted by Isha Foundation, the two women had claimed that they were living at the ashram of their own free will.
I'm here out of my own wish and my interest. I'm here because this is the only thing that would give me fulfillment and happiness. I give sufficient time for my parents to understand this and for me also to look into this, because we are always encouraged here to marry and volunteer from outside, because that's the general way of life. But if you want to take this step, they see your commitment and see that if this is what you really want, and only then they give this sannyas to somebody.
I am 34 and I'm no more a kid, and I chose this out of my own will, and nobody has forced me or compelled me to stay here. And it's such an amazing experience that I've had after going through the Isha Yoga program.
Nearly 150 Tamil Nadu cops on Tuesday had landed at the yoga centre in Coimbatore post the Madras High Court's direction. Officials from social welfare and child welfare committees too accompanied the police to investigate a number of criminal cases pending against the foundation, including a recent POCSO case booked against a doctor residing at the yoga centre. Strongly refuting the allegations, Isha Foundation swiftly moved the Supreme Court seeking intervention. The foundation in its statement says, Isha Foundation was founded by Sadhguru to impart yoga and spirituality to people. We believe adult individuals have freedom and wisdom to choose their path. Those spreading false news will be strictly dealt with. The top court has now restrained all coercive action against Isha Foundation until further orders. The court has also asked the police to now submit a status report to the Supreme Court. Next hearing on this case is now scheduled for October 18th. Bureau Report, India Today. Let me cut across to India Today's Shilpa Nair from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. Shilpa, why don't you elaborate for us on the two monks that we heard them speak back in 2016. A video was put out by Isha Foundation itself where they claim they're living and staying there. They've adopted monkhood all out of their own free will. Now, years later in 2024, why has this controversy erupted yet again? The father has filed a petition now before the Madras High Court.
Nabila, this controversy erupted, the new episode or the latest controversy erupted because the father, a professor named Kamaraj, approached the Madras High Court with a habeas corpus petition claiming that his two daughters, who are very well educated, are being kept captive. They're being brainwashed by Isha Foundation and they've converted them into monks is what the allegation was. And he's leveled a series of accusations against Isha Foundation. And when the Madras High Court heard this petition, the two monks, the two women, they came for the hearing and they told the court that they are staying at Isha Foundation of their own volition. They are voluntarily staying there. Nobody's keeping them captive there at the foundation in Coimbatore is what they said. But the Madras High Court, in fact, the bench that was hearing this case made a very interesting observation as well. The court went on to ask when, Jaggi Vasudev is getting his own daughter married, why is that he's forcing daughters of others to take up the life of a hermit? That was a question posed by the Madras High Court. And during the course of that hearing, the petitioners' counsel pointed out that there are several criminal cases pending against Isha Foundation, including a POCSO case that was registered against a doctor who was working with the foundation. And that is when the Madras High Court sought the Tamil Nadu police, a detailed status report from the Tamil Nadu police, and directed the police to hold an inquiry and submit a detailed report on the criminal cases that have been registered against Isha Foundation. Following this, a big team of police personnel went inside the Isha Foundation premises in Coimbatore. This was a huge team of police personnel led by senior officials in the district. They went and held inquiry along with officials from the social welfare department and also the child welfare department. So these officials conducted inquiry for 2 days, and that is when Isha Foundation approached the Supreme Court asking the court to restrain the police from taking any more further steps. And today when the Supreme Court heard the matter, in a huge relief to Isha Foundation, the Supreme Court not only has transferred
so
the habeas
it
corpus
seems like
petition
the Isha Foundation gets a lot more time now, with the Supreme Court scheduling the next hearing for the 18th of October, and at the same time establishing contact with those two girls aged 42 and 39. They are adult enough to decide on their own whether or not they want to stay at the foundation. Now, the Chief Justice of India, we believe, has also spoken to them, and they've reiterated and confirmed that they're staying there out of their free will. They've recently participated in their 10K marathon run as well. So we're looking at the Supreme Court now on what they issue as a verdict in the days to come. Thanks very much, Silpa Nair, for joining us on that. Let me cut across to Karnataka. Scam heat now mounting on Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. A new complaint has now been lodged against the Karnataka Chief Minister, accusing Siddaramaiah of trying to destroy evidence in the Muda case. Now, the complaint also names Yatindra Siddaramaiah, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's son, as a partner in this alleged dealings. In fact, the evidence is now claimed to have been destroyed by the Chief Minister, who in fact tried to give away all the 14 plots back to Muda officials. This is what the wife did, and the deeds have also been cancelled from what we hear. But allegations are that in the last few days, Siddaramaiah has tried to tamper with evidence. Therefore, the whistleblower, Sneha Krishna, has also reached ED office today as the probe into PMLA continues by the Enforcement Directorate agencies. They have taken some details regarding this case from Sneha, the petitioner. Calls now growing for Siddaramaiah to step down, because the allegations are if he stays in power, then he has the power to influence and tamper with evidence. Siddaramaiah under scanner here. BJP continues to fire salvos at him, saying on moral grounds it's about time he step aside.
ನನ್ನ ದೂರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗೆ 500 ಪಟ್ಟಿಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ದಾಖಲಾತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದಂಥ ಆಸ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ಪಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್, ಆಧಾರ್ ಕಾರ್ಡು, ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ದಾಖಲಾತಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹೌದು, ಖಂಡಿತವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನ ಪ್ರಕರಣ ಏನು ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೈಸೂರು ನಗರ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಕೋಟಿಗಳ ಅವ್ಯವಹಾರ ನಡೆದಿದೆ, ಅಕ್ರಮಣ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಮಗ್ರ ತನಿಖೆ ನಡೆಸಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ದೂರರ್ಜಿನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ Mr. Koliwada, he is also asked the resignation of the Siddaramaiah, his own party. So we also asking the one choice is Siddaramaiah, moral grounds, they have to resign. Otherwise, the ministers, 4 ministers, they are telling, we are with Siddaramaiah. In my heart, Siddaramaiah is there. We will back Siddaramaiah. You resign. I will resign. Moral ground, because support, you are telling my heart, Siddaramaiah is there.
All right, let me cut across to Sagai Raj, our correspondent, joining us live from Bengaluru. Sagai, it seems like for Siddaramaiah, the heat only mounting with fresh allegation, and a fresh complaint has been registered against him, accusing him of trying to tamper with evidence. On what grounds has this complaint been filed? Who is taking up this complaint? Do we know more?
See, Ravi Kumar is the third complainant in this entire Muda case, and now he has approached Enforcement Directorate after Sneha Krishna. Remember, Sneha Krishna has also knocked the doors of Enforcement Department, where he has alleged that there is a possibilities of PMLA, and he had initially filed an online complaint, and subsequently he has handed over a complaint physically at Shantinagar office here in Bengaluru. Following him, it is another complaint, third complainant, Pradeep, who has approached Enforcement Department and has alleged that both father and son duo, Chief Minister and his son, Yatindra Siddaramaiah, is trying to influence the evidences in this particular case, as well as the officials of Muda trying to destroy all those documents and evidence in this entire Muda irregularities. So he has approached Enforcement Directorate to ensure that they take necessary action against all these people, and to save and to secure all the documents which is already in possession of the investigating officer.
Yeah. So, Guy, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Siddaramaiah, we know, has insisted he won't resign. He's willing to cooperate with the probe, but will not step down.